I think it's really important to find where you're going to get your information from, communicate with your neighbours and develop your own independent plan, and just have a list of at least what you need to do. Even if it's not always ready, just have a list so you know in that point of emergency you go, I've got 15 minutes to decide whether I'm going to stay or go, so I'm going to get things ready and so I know what I've got to do.
One thing you can't mess with is water. 6 inches will do as much as 6 feet. With your animals, take that precaution early. Feed them early. Get them comfortable because they're going to get stressed because you're stressed.
Once the word goes out, it's important that people act and implement their plan of lifting stuff off the ground, getting their cars onto higher ground.
It's important to have thoughts about what would you do in any kind of emergency situation. And I think when you have disabilities, a disaster takes on a different meaning. We know obviously the neighbours immediately next door, and it's important as well to check on them and make sure that they've got their plans, and you might be able to do something together and help them to make up their plan or their checklist. The disaster dashboard, that's a really good thing to look at when you're not stressed or when you're not facing a disaster.
Come into town, meet people. Go up to the pub, go to the cafes, meet the local people in the town and find out what happens when the flood comes and what they do. Gain that information so that you can be prepared. Because if you're not prepared, you're going to be stuck right in the midst of it.
When I did move in, I made sure that everything can be moved easily, so there's no fixed items in here. And in the event of any flooding, I could just move everything upstairs in the property. The disaster alert is the kind of best thing, being prepared and knowing that action needs to be taken now, because that it only ever comes out if there isn't an emergency.
We were cut off for 2.5 weeks. We had no power, no nothing. We always keep candles, torches, batteries, and we've got the generator that we can plug in and power the house. No matter if they're not saying there's any rain for months, you're always prepared. As you could see in our pantry, it is stocked to the hilt, and we're always prepared no matter what the situation is. Bright, sunny, fine weather, we're always prepared.